Hello everyone and welcome to Twerton Park for highlights of Bath City versus Tonbridge Angels in Vanarama National League South. Following Tuesday's devilish win over Hampton Waterlooville, City are hoping to extend their recent run against the Angels. The Romans are unbeaten in 9 against the Kent outfit, who last won at Twerton Park in May 1958. 13 games since have seen today's visitors claim just 3 draws here, and overall Bath have won the last 3 contests between the sides by the odd goal. But that's all history. Tonbridge are having a fine season and currently sit 1 place and 3 points above City. They'll be looking to bounce back from Monday's last gasp defeat at Chelmsford, their first loss since New Year's Day. A point for them today would keep them ahead of the Romans in the table, and they've already surpassed last season's tally, which demonstrates the fine job Jay Saunders has done since his summer arrival. One of his best pieces of business was the loan signing of Jordan Greenidge, who has netted 13 in 15 since his November arrival from Hemel Hempstead. One notable absentee for Bath City today is Jerry Gill, who has a touchline ban and will take his place in the main stand, surrounded by another 4-figure crowd in this year's annual Community Day. On the pitch, he's without Adam Leckie, who dislocated a shoulder in Tuesday's win. Tom Smith celebrates his 25th birthday by making his first league start of 2023. A win will be 4 in a row for Bath in all competitions, which they last achieved in November 2019. Tonbridge have re-signed last season's top scorer Tommy Wood from Hampton and Richmond Borough. Marcel Elver-Fontaine has arrived on loan from Aldershot, while Ruben Suarez Jr. has dual registered with Margate, and a few alterations since Monday's defeat. Commentary for this one is from Andrew Kerslake and Alex Lane-Kieltyka.
And it's all the way back to Batten. Really good patient play from Bath though, not looking to rush it. With Parcell, who does try to drive forward on that left-hand side to Freer. Good first touch to get away from the marker. Sends in a low cross into Wilson, doesn't quite bring it down. Now it's with... Oh, and Freer's able to intercept that ball as Hines tried to play it cross-field. Now with Wilson, who can break. Gives out to Freer. Good first touch to take it away from Fielding. Oh, he tries to play it in through to the box for Sonny Cox. And Freer could have been penalised again, but it looked like it might just barged the Tonbridge player. Out to Hines now. Sort of in line with the centre of the box. Takes a long shot, and Max Harris, he had to watch that all the way as it did go wide. He did get his palm to it. Sonny Cox now would love to get another goal. Tom Smith does well, edge of box. He'll also like to get a goal today. He's 25 today. Happy birthday to him. Be a lovely gift wrap present. Oh, Sonny Cox tries to bring it down inside his own box. Hayfield tries to turn the marker. Hines should just fall to Chris Lines now. Lovely first touch. And now out to Hayfield. Oh, just lobs it through 2 blue shirts there to get it through to Lines. Lines is brilliant to get to Hayfield. Oh, almost a lovely 1-2 with Hayfield to get it back to Lines. Concord drew 2-2 with Tonbridge last weekend. As Sonny Cox plays it out wide to Morton. There's a player on, sends a ball in, could get cross-field into the box. It was almost a diagonal looping ball to try and get to Tom Smith, who would have been through on goal had he brought the ball down. But the defender was there first. Turner sends a lovely through ball in for Aaron Sibia. Can send a cross in now. Really good defender from Jack Batten. If he didn't put his foot in there, that would have been a Lewis Guard goal. Tom Smith, good 1-2 from Sonny Cox. Tries to get into Wilson, or if it got through Fielding, it almost looped over his boot, but he read it well, the defender. And now it's with Wilson again. Oh, tries to be a bit intricate there to get it to Lines, and almost sends it back to Wilson, who was brought down. They were appealing for a free kick, but referee says no. Samuel Reid likes a few cards. We've got the joint most penalties and most reds in the league. Luckily, Tom Smith has him left-hand side. Has Freer with him. Uses him. Could send the first-time cross in. Chooses not to. He opts to run at the defender. There's Fontaine marking him. And now Freer does get a ball in there. Almost finds Hayfield. Was cleared away by Hines. And now with Turner, left-hand side. Hasn't got many options with him. Tom Smith is marking. Runs all the way to the edge of box, gets past Smith, inside the box, sends a cross into guard. Lays off around Sibia, turns back onto his left, back onto his right on the edge of box, 18-yard line. Now with Hines, who'll try and cut back onto his right. I'm not quite sure why Aaron Sibia didn't take a shot that time. Turner has a lot of space, can try and send a cross in. Back to Wagstaff, 30 yards out. Over to Fontaine, right-hand side, will try and charge towards the box. He's on the edge of it now, right-hand side. Tries to send a cross in, good defended by Freer, puts it out for a corner. Both teams very patient, but also not chasing down the defenders at the moment. They're happy to just watch what the other team does. You can tell it's a mid-table battle at the moment. As now Tom Smith has an opportunity to take a shot. That's a really good save from George Bentley, though. Tom Smith, he was sort of going diagonally away from the box. And then he must have been about 25 yards out, almost 30 yards out maybe. And then he took a shot with his right foot. Now Freer will take the corner into Batten. It goes just over the bar, well over the bar really. And a few players down in the box there. Definitely a fight for the ball. Wilson was the only one, but it was near the back post. Wilson does well to keep hold of the ball. Has players to his right, uses Smith, has plenty of space ahead of him if he wants to get a cross in. Now with Lyons, he may try and take a cross as well. To Morton, on his left foot, edge of box, near the 18-yard line, back with Freer, who is on the edge of box, will take a weak-footed shot, but down by Bentley, gets down. And a solid save, but that was Freer with the weaker right foot. Oh, it falls through Hayfield on the edge of box now. Cuts back onto his right, but the ball just got just a yard ahead of him and he wasn't able to take the shot off. And Morton loses out to possession to Wagstaff there. So they'll be having to get used to the old school, the old-fashioned ground. As Scott Wilson does well to skip past almost every single defender, and he does win a free kick in a very precarious position now. It's probably about 30, maybe 35 yards out. Chris Lyons sends the cross in now, tries to find Dyer, and it should just go all the way through, potentially for a corner, and it will be a corner. Still 0-0, Elliot Freer to take. Plenty of bodies in the box. Sends it into the penalty spot, almost falls. It will fall to Parcell, who takes the shot with his weaker right foot. He did bring it down with the left, and then opted to turn it onto his right as he noticed a lot of blue shirts coming towards him. And it goes sailing over the bar. Great opportunity for City. Almost made it 2 there, almost gave City the lead. Not quite able to do so though, as Tom Smith's battling for the ball. And there goes the half-time whistle. Here at Twerton Park on this community day, it is Bath City 0, Tonbridge 0. And it is sent in by Hines, cleared away by Dyer. Got a very frustrating pole right in the way of almost the penalty spot. Loses out, Fontaine. Back to Wagstaff, who sort of just put it in the air for one of his own players, but Wagstaff now has it near the 18-yard line. Can send it off, uses the left foot instead. He did have Greenwich running ahead of him. Decided to shoot from 18 yards out, but luckily Max Harris is down low and it was a tame effort. Neither team able to break the other down. Line sends it long down the right. If it takes a bounce, it could find its way to Cox. The bounce does come dead though. There's Wilson now. Tries to play off to Cox. Has an opportunity to take a shot. He does so from the edge of the box. Wilson. It's a nice diagonal run, and it does launch into that tackle. Wins the ball though really well. Could have been a very different situation if he didn't. And Freer overlapping pass to Parcell. He just keeps it in, and it could have fallen to Sonny Cox, but Bentley does really well to get down low, get it away from the striker. Good header by Hayfield. We haven't seen too much of him yet in the second half. To Cox. We had a lot of time there. Got it to Morton. Sends out wide to Freer now. Nice to see City go from the centre to the right to the left. Now with Freer trying to take on Fontaine again. Might need to opt to use his weaker right foot this time. Fontaine knows he wants to use his left. Back with Morton. Now with Freer, who can send the cross in. Had plenty of time. And Bentley had to come out. And he took out his own play and hit the post from Hayfield. And Tom Smith near the edge of box now. Try and take a shot. Edge of box. Falls back to him again. But Turner's able to get it away. And the keeper sort of collided with his own defender. And it was, I wouldn't quite say an open goal, but it was certainly...
Did it take a deflection?
It definitely looked like it took a deflection.
Yeah. Every Tonbridge player bar one in the 18-yard box.
Chris Lyons actually sort of hovering around that 18-yard line as well. If it falls to him, corner's taken in now. There's full to Parcell, who was appealing for something there. Chris Lyons does really well to him at header, but Cox, it was a high foot, unfortunately. I'm surprised he didn't just bring it down with his chest that time, but it will be a free kick to Tonbridge inside their own box. And Chris Lyons able to bring it away. Only has a few options going forward, has to cut back. Be patient, gives it to Smith, who can run with the ball. He might just take a long shot. He actually gets up to Sonny Cox. Good first touch. 18-yard line. Tries to take a shot. Aaron Sibia to take the corner now. And Morton's able to get it away. Will fall to Turner. He's got Aaron Sibia with him still. And he doesn't need to use him because there's a burst of pace down that left-hand side. Sends a cross in, which almost finds Greenwich, who collides with Max Harris and does lose out to a free kick. And Max Harris has stayed down here. Greenidge tries to send a really good cross into Wood, who was at the near post. It was just a bit too far ahead of Wood, who had to slide in.
Welling and Chippenham drawing 1-1.
Welling got the equaliser there, as it is Hayfield now. He's going to drive inside, gets it to Sonny Cox on the edge of the box. Good tackle by Sonny Mills, the captain. And Marley Rose almost lost control of the ball, takes a shot, but it goes just over the bar. Very exciting opportunity there. The ball just travelled a yard ahead of him, so wasn't quite able to connect fully. But City will be looking to try and find that opening goal, which you'd expect to be the only goal of the game as well. Morton up to Wilson, at 20 yards out now. Now to Marley Rose. Tries to find an option, gets it out to Free on the left, has Turner on him, and he gets it through from Turner. In the box now, sends a cross in to Hayfield, but uses his left foot. Now he's back onto his right, takes a shot. Really good header by Fielding. Back to Hayfield on the left side of box, brings it inside. And somehow it is actually a free kick. I thought maybe it was a 50-50. And Freer did so well initially to get it through the legs of Turner. And it will be Hayfield who will try and send it forward to Wilson. I think Wilson would have preferred a ball in the air, but he could have run onto then, because he would have had the pace on the defence. And here comes Jack Wood, who tries to take a shot with the left foot, and it finds the back of the net. And it is 1-0 to Tonbridge. A left-footed shot from about 22 yards out. In the 88th minute, he almost had to drag back the shot, and it was never getting to the palm of Max Harris, who had to get down low and stretch for it. And Tonbridge has silenced Twerton Park here. City 0, Tonbridge 1.
Well, it was a goal that never looked like coming, and Tonbridge really very little attacking intent in this first half, in this second period, and well, diving to his left-hand side, Harris not able to get to the ball, and with just 2 minutes to go, it's Tonbridge that go ahead in this Community Day fixture.
And Greenidge is chasing it all the way back. That's probably the most we've seen him run today, actually. Freer now, left-hand side, has Turner on him again. He'll try and take him on. We'll try and get a cross in there. He does so. It might fall to Wilson. Fall to Batten! Oh, and it's almost found its way into the back of the net, but it goes just wide. Really good opportunity for the defender. Try and launch it into box. Gives it to Freer instead, who will run it infield. Now back out onto the left. Lays it off for Parcell, who has to send a cross in now. He does so, and it almost, Bentley almost actually lost the ball there, but fortunately for City, it is a handball. Just to right near the byline on the left side, right near the side of the penalty area, which City now have a great opportunity, but they have to get this right. This is the opportunity now. If they want to claim a point from this game, this is the opportunity. As in comes Freer's free kick. He sent it in near to Batten and didn't quite fall for anyone else either. Hayfield tried to send the ball back in. It will be a corner. This is it now. The last opportunity for City. A corner from the right-hand side. Hayfield to take. He sent it in low. Almost finds its way to Cox. Now Batten has to send it into the box. It will be another corner. Perhaps, no, it will be a goal kick. It went out before Batten was able to get the cross in. And there it goes. There goes the full-time whistle here at Twerton Park. It does end Bath City 0, Tonbridge Angels 1. Jack Wood coming off the bench and scoring the winner with pretty much his third touch of the game. It was a very fine finish from the striker. I did mention that he'll be going back to Southend, and he's only scored 2 in 12. Well, now it is 3 in 13 for the youngster. And it does mean the City do fall victim to another home loss, where they had a great opportunity to find themselves peering up the table and pushing for playoffs. Unfortunately, it does end Tonbridge Angels the victors.